Brian McKnight having something to say, see, that really puts a bee up my bonnet. And there's a reason why it puts a bee up my bonnet. His ex-wife is my cousin, Julie McKnight Johnson, now Julie Johnson. She's the mother of his older children, his first children. He was a piece of father, and he was an even worse husband. And see, I know things about Brian that most people don't know. And it was hard for me because he was married to my cousin, and I tried to mind my business. But there was a pro in Philly that I went to school with, and I've spoken about her before. Her name is Paris. Well, she danced by Paris. She was dancing at Delilah's, down Spring Garden and Delaware Avenue, the same time that Amber Rose was when she met Kanye West. So Brian was one of my girlfriend from high school's clients. But see, the thing that most people don't know is that he got a real sick fetish because he used to pay her extra so that he could choke her out and punch her in the eye. It's Christmas, and I'm giving honesty and truth and gift, as a gift this year. So there's another asshole I need to say Merry Christmas to. So I'm looking, and Chestnut Checkers, I fucks with their content, I do. I think they do an awesome job. So I'm looking, and they got something about Master P and Brian McKnight exposing their ungrateful children. Now I can understand why Master P is trying to do some damage control because he robbed his son. I said as much myself. I believe Romeo completely. Because when that nigga was back with my girlfriend Kima Dyson from Total back in the day, he was cheapest, and he was worth hundreds of millions of dollars then. Master P cheapest, so I know he robbed his son. If a woman will leave Master P to marry a man that owns a car dealership, you gotta ask why she dropped that millionaire. And she's had a great life with Carlos. But it wasn't enough to stay with Master. He ain't have enough going on. So I know he cheap up. So I understand the damage control, especially considering how his daughter OD'd and now the whole family saying that he left her out there to die. So I get that. But Brian McKnight having something to say, see, that really puts a bee up my bonnet. And there's a reason why it puts a bee up my bonnet. His ex-wife is my cousin, Julie McKnight Johnson, now Julie Johnson. She's the mother of his older children, his first children. He was a piece of shit father, and he was an even worse husband. And see, I know things about Brian that most people don't know. And it was hard for me because he was married to my cousin, and I tried to mind my business. But there was a pro in Philly that I went to school with, and I've spoken about her before. Her name is Paris. Well, she danced by Paris. She was dancing at Delilah's, down Spring Garden and Delaware Avenue, the same time that Amber Rose was when she met Kanye West. So Brian was one of my girlfriend from high school's clients. But see, the thing that most people don't know is that nigga got a real sick fetish because he used to pay her extra so that he could choke her out and punch her in the eye. And then he would just sit there and beat her and fuck her and beat her. And sometimes I would pick her up after calls. And I'll never forget the one time I came to pick her up after she had been with Brian. And it was just nuts because her eye was all black, her lip was sitting out, he loosened her tooth. And I'm like, this is the kind of shit, this nigga's married to my cousin. And in a fucked up way, I was kind of like, well, at least he's smart enough to not do it to my cousin. At least he pays pros. Because if he did that, my cousin was going to take him on a hunting trip. And you fuck all them goddamn records. Trust me when I tell you, my family would have took him on a hunting trip. And then we found out later, through my friend Javon Pearson, who was very, very, very good friends with my cousin Julie McKnight Johnson, found out that there was abuse going on in the home. So yes, Brian McKnight, Mr. 1, a nightmare come true. 2, just want to beat on you. 3, fuck Brian McKnight. And he grew up 7-day Adventist just like me. Like his family went to Oakwood. You a 7-day Adventist, Brian. You nothing better. But I'm not going to sit there and have you disrespect my cousin's children by saying they're ungrateful and by saying they ain't got shit and saying that they jealous of your new fucking kids. Tell your new wife to get a mouth grill and to get a helmet for when you decide to go all fucking crazy like you do on the prostitutes that you pay to choke out and beat like a mucker while you fuck them, you dirty bitch. Fuck you, Brian McKnight. Don't you ever talk about my cousin's children ever again. I know a couple other mother prostitutes that you done went to. I have one thing to say.
I will say what you need to say. About Tyrese, what you said.
Julie McKnight Johnson is my cousin. She's my family, and I give a damn about what happens to her. I'm also becoming a big fan of my cousin. Because everything that McKnight put her through, and the story and the testimony that she came out with, you know, it takes a strong woman to be able to get past your husband cheating on you. But it's a whole nother kind of animal when you go and save the women that your husband cheated on you with from that husband. Imagine that. You're sitting there looking at the woman that has sex with your husband, and you're more concerned about her well-being than your feelings. That's who my cousin is.
Julie has always been a queen throughout this whole situation.
She's been regal. Listen to me. If she had told the family what he was doing,
man.
1, it's like a nightmare come true. 2, we don't wanna with you. 3, and it's so plain to see that you're the biggest piece of shit, and you asshole. I wish he would tell me how he came up with that record.
Oh.
Because it didn't start with love, it started with abuse. Listen, I'll be sure when he tell y'all, don't let the love songs fool you. Brian McKnight used to mess with a girl
who was a professional, who I went to, me and her go back to junior high. And he used to pay her extra so we could rough her up. For whatever reason, he couldn't rock it off unless she had a black eye.
Whoa.
That's who you are, Brian. Now, Tyrese, I'm going to say this. The issues that you got about you and Kim Burrell's relationship really makes you saying anything about anybody else's family inappropriate. You really don't know Brian. You definitely don't know my cousin.
And you haven't spent much time with those children.
Well, Nico put a post up and said Tyrese should sleep up under the pool table or something crazy like that.
Well, Tyrese has a reputation, and I'm not going to get into that. I don't know, maybe he wants to start being honest about some of them parties at Jamie Foxx's house after 12 o'clock. But whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Tyrese, you speak on your family.
Only. Your divorce it is laughable. You already knew what you was getting involved with when you got involved with that. She plays you on insane. Now, I don't know if the Fast and Furious, or I don't know. I really don't. Stop talking on my family. And don't ever speak on my cousin's children again. Or maybe, I don't know. Taraji has some interesting things to say about you on the set of Baby Boy.
Oh.
And so did John Singleton.
Oh. Well, he can't talk.
Mind your motherfucking business, yo. Stay out of family business. Because everything you said felt real Illuminati. Felt real Illuminati. Brian McKnight was born and raised a Seventh-day Adventist. Went to Oakwood.
And is one of the biggest demons in the world. And absentee father. That's what you want to stand up for, Tyrese? You want to stand up for a suck-ass motherfucker who likes beating on light-skinned women so he can see their bruises pop up faster? You want to back up a man who chokes women while he's having sex with them to get off? That's who you want to stand up for? I think you need to go back to Kim Burrell and get you another word of motherfucking prayer. Because if you standing up for that, you must be that same kind of and you can fast and furious that motherfucking shit all the way to the grave, bitch. I don't give no fuck. Keep my family name out your mother mouth. Period. And that's all I got to say about that.
Brian McKnight. choking R&B.
Oh, shit.
Can't wait.
Let me at Julie McKnight so y'all can go and get her book.
Love you, cousin. See, our family, we fight for our own. I wish he had told us what you was doing all them years ago, especially when you took all the furniture, put it out on the lawn. You don't want to tell nobody about that, Brad?
It's just interesting how I don't say nothing. I just don't say nothing. I don't say nothing.
Because I came from a lot.
I say it for you, Brian.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.